Your physique isn't failing to progress because your arms are small, it's because your neck is basically non existent. You're smashing chest, back, shoulders, arms, and legs, but your neck isn't in your program at all. Yet this muscle group alone can completely change the vibe of your entire physique. You've definitely seen those thin neck versus thick neck comparisons. Same face, same body, but add a few centimeters to the neck, and suddenly you start turning heads everywhere you go. Still, I'd bet that 90% of people never train their neck. It gets thrown into that "I'll deal with it later" category, just like calves. Yeah, I saw you skip calf day last week. The truth is, your neck barely gets worked in daily life. If you don't train it directly, it stays small. Bad posture, weak aura, ineffective presence, no sense of power. Let's fix that. A thick neck changes the game. You don't just look stronger, you look like someone who is actually strong. More athletic, more solid, even more attractive. But it's not just about looking like you eat dumbbells for breakfast. If you wake up every morning with a stiff neck or that annoying pain that makes you feel 20 years older, chances are your weak and lazy neck is begging for training. Your neck is literally the foundation that holds up your head. Strengthening it can improve your posture, reduce neck pain, and even help with headaches. If you're into boxing, martial arts, or football, you already know. A thick neck is like built-in armor. It stabilizes your head and absorbs impact. But look at the average gym crowd. Big chest, pumped arms, yet the neck looks like a thin straw holding up a bowling ball. The best part is this: the neck grows fast because it's not a muscle you accidentally train in daily life. The moment you start training it properly, it responds. It's one of those rare muscle groups where you can see serious progress in just a few months, and you don't need expensive equipment to do it. I'll show you how to build your neck at home with zero fancy gear. And before you ask, no neck bridges. Yes, they can build a strong neck, but they're basically gambling with your spine. Even if you do them correctly, they can cause damage over time. So we'll keep it safe, smart, and effective. But before jumping into neck curls, you need to understand how your neck works, because it's not just there to keep your head from falling off. If you want a truly strong and functional neck, there are three main functions you need to train. The first is forward flexion, the classic nodding motion. This works the sternocleidomastoid muscles, those thick rope-like muscles running from your ears down to your collarbone. Train them, and you instantly add thickness to your neck, making your whole frame look stronger. The second function is backward flexion, the motion of looking up at the ceiling. Here, the back of your neck and your traps take over, supported by smaller stabilizer muscles. They lock in your posture and keep your head steady when weights get heavy. The last function is lateral flexion and rotation, tilting and turning your head side to side. These movements are essential if you want a neck that's not just big, but balanced, strong, and functional. If you want a balanced neck, you can't skip any of them. That's why we'll use three types of exercises: curls, extensions, and rotations. But before starting the workout, don't skip the warm-up or your neck will hate you. Your neck is packed with small, sensitive muscles. Jumping straight into heavy exercises while cold is asking for injury. You could get stiffness, muscle strain, or even dizziness mid-set. And nothing kills a workout faster than your brain saying, "I'm out." So do 1 to 2 minutes of light warm-up. Gently nod your head forward and back, rotate it side to side, and tilt it. Increase blood flow and wake the muscles up. It's quick, simple, and makes neck training feel much smoother. Once you're warmed up, start with the most basic but effective movement: the neck curl. It looks simple, but don't underestimate it. It's incredibly powerful. Lie on a flat bench with your shoulders on the edge and your head hanging freely. Pull your chin toward your chest, then lower it back down in a controlled manner. That's it. Clean, slow, full range of motion. Start with no weight and learn the movement first. Once you can do smooth reps without wobbling, add weight. You can place a small plate on your forehead, but use something like a towel for cushioning. Or use a thick grip dumbbell, which feels much more comfortable. Do 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps. When it gets easy, apply progressive overload like with other muscles. Gradually add weight, but keep your form clean. Then move to the back of the neck. Extensions. While curls build front thickness, this movement creates the rear support that keeps your head from bobbling like a bobblehead. Lie face down on a bench with your head hanging off. Place a plate on the back of your head and slowly lower it to feel a good stretch. Then raise your head back to a neutral position and stop there. No need to hyperextend like you're trying to look at the ceiling. If you want, you can get a head harness. It's much easier than balancing plates and lets you load heavier. Again, 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps. Start without weight, master the form, then add load. For the last exercise, start with simple rotations. Lie on a mat, bench, or bed, and slowly turn your head left and right. Once your neck loosens up, move to lateral flexion. This is where real growth happens because you can actually add weight. Lie on your side with your head hanging off the edge of a bench or bed. Start in a neutral position, then lower your ear toward your shoulder. No twisting, no jerking, just clean side bending. Bring it back up under control. That's 1 rep. You can also use a head harness if you want. Do 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps per side. Keep it controlled and clean. To wrap up, the neck can handle high volume, but for most people, training it once or twice a week is enough for serious progress. If you want faster results and your neck is recovering well, you can go up to 3 to 4 times per week. Just listen to your body. Don't become the guy who can't turn his head for a week. And don't forget progressive overload for maximum hypertrophy. More reps, more weight, or tempo changes. The goal is simple. Challenge your neck a little more every week. Stay consistent, and just like with your chest or legs, you'll build strength, size, and stability in your neck until it becomes something you'll never skip again.